Well, joining us now is a man we've heard from throughout this campaign season who taps into the pulse of the American people, and that is pollster Frank Luntz. And Frank, your reaction to what you're seeing tonight?
Well, we saw it all over the country over the last 6 months, and this was just a manifestation of it. A lot of anxiety, sometimes anger, sometimes it boiled over. And in the end, the American people decided enough was enough. And they threw out some incumbents that had been in Washington not just for years, but in some cases for decades. They threw out committee chairmen. They threw out people who had won with 60 or 65% of the vote. And I want to emphasize that today is not the end. This is not just the end of the election, that this is only the beginning. This is day number one. The Republicans who are coming into town are more conservative, are more outspoken. But the people who put them into office are demanding from them a level of change that is quick, immediate, measurable, and I think that they're going to have some challenges moving ahead.
Frank, you mentioned anger, and the exit polls showed that a good number of Americans said that they felt angry when they pulled the lever today, that was one of the motivating factors for them. What are they angry about?
They're angry that Washington doesn't listen to them. And Ken Buck from Colorado had one of the best ads of the election cycle when he said that Washington didn't listen when they took a government takeover of health care. Washington didn't listen when they passed the $800 billion stimulus or the $1 trillion bailouts. Well, on Election Day, we're going to make Washington listen. And that's what this vote was about. When those candidates, particularly the House Democrats, decided not to do town hall meetings during the entire health care debate because they didn't want to get yelled at, they made a big mistake because all that pressure, all that anger and frustration couldn't be let out at the town hall meetings, so they finally let out that pressure today at the ballot box.
Is this the catharsis? Like they've made their voices heard, they've exacted a penalty for that anger over that vote, and then that's it? Or do you actually think there will be a continuing push by these folks to see a repeal, to see something more done about it, Frank?
It's not only that I think it, I know it. We did a survey for FreedomWorks that was completed last night. And the Tea Party supporters and those that aren't even identified with the Tea Party, that they think that this is only the beginning. They expect Washington to spend less, to tax less, to regulate less. These are people that definitely believe in the concept of repeal and replace health care. I think that the greatest challenge in Washington is Barack Obama, what he's going to face, because it wasn't a rejection just of Nancy Pelosi in Congress. It's a rejection of policies. This was not a Democratic communication failure. This was a policy failure, and that's why so many Americans came out to vote today.
Frank, thank you so much. We appreciate you being here as always. Frank Luntz, everybody.
We want to bring